a bachelor's degree or the foreign equivalent degree. And so that's our specialty, and it is used in H's, using B1 of H where it is appropriate, and for the L1 blanket.
Well, one question I'm sure this audience has for you at the Yale is, we see different standards in the adjudication of applications across the 5 different consulate and embassy in India. Is there some steps being taken to try and get some consistency into the adjudicating process? Because a lot of times we hear, oh well, the same person applied in XYZ consulate and he got, but his counterpart applied in Chennai consulate has not been able to get through.
It's a goal for any, particularly a country where you have more than one consular presence. It is a goal to always harmonize and standardize adjudications across. Not just so you're talking about 5 consulates or 4 consulates and embassy, but you're also talking about dozens of officers from post to post as well. And I can tell you that it is a topic that is continuously discussed at the managerial level, the adjudicator level, and everything in between. And we strive for the harmonization not just in our L1B adjudications, but in adjudications in general, making sure that the law is applied evenly, consistently from officer to officer, and it is one of our highest priorities.
Great. We've got share some insight on how an organization could look at setting up a successful L1 program which meets the requirements of the consulate or the USCIS.
Sure. Thank you. I think that the companies that are represented here in the room have done a phenomenal job in the last 6 or 7 years in creating a pipeline of qualified applicants. Companies literally had to change the way they did business to assign resources consistently across accounts and engagements to facilitate their eligibility under the scheme that we just talked about. It's a little counterintuitive. It really is like the U.S. government saying, if you want to send people here, you're going to have to essentially create a pipeline. But that's what happened, and it shows that these companies are nimble enough to understand the requirements and comply with them. There clearly aren't enough H-1B visas available in the United States to meet demand. It's been a phenomenal reflection of the value of the program that the cap wasn't reached this year. It's not a vehicle for cheap labor. It is a vehicle to bring people who have a professional background in the United States to provide professional services. When the economy was not doing well, there wasn't a lot of demand. The economy is picking up, demand is picking up. Hopefully at some point there'll be some legislative relief to make it easier for these companies to just use that H1 category, but not anytime soon. You can pretty much count on that.
Great. Thanks a lot to all the panelists for sharing that insight into the different programs that we have, and I guess it's time for lunch now.
That's been a wonderful beginning to this conference. We're at least halfway there at this point. Honestly, I was looking around at all your faces to see if anyone was sleeping during any of this, and I couldn't detect that there was even one. I'm very impressed. This must have been extremely entertaining and valuable information, and so I know I felt like it was a very good use of our time to be here together up to this point. I know that the afternoon is going to be just as good, maybe better, but we'll have to see. Excellent panel. Thank you very much. There will be lunch, as I mentioned earlier, because of our numbers and the unexpected turnout being so great as it is. There may be a little bit of